Hi, I'm Coach Nicole from sparkpeople.com. In this video, I'll lead you through a short lower body strengthening routine that you can do without any equipment at all. So we're going to start with our feet wider than the hips, turning the toes out, hands to your hips for a plie squat down and up. So the back is nice and straight here. The chest is wide and the abs are pulled in really tight. Relax those shoulders down and just work at your own pace here as we start to warm up through that lower body. I want you to inhale as you lower and then exhale as you exert effort to press back up out of that squat. Couple more here, and then let's get ready to travel this over to the left for a curtsy squat. So we'll squat, step behind, plie squat, step the other way. Okay, so notice how the toes are still turned out and the knees are always pointed in the same direction of the toes. That's really important to keep your knees in good shape and avoid injury. So work at your own pace here, and I want you to squat on the plie and the curtsy as low as you can with good form and a nice straight back. One more to each side. We're gonna bring it back to our plie squat right here, hold it down. Let's do a few tiny pulses. Make sure you're breathing. This should feel more intense, but you're almost done with it. Two more. Sink it a little bit lower, then we're gonna lift the heels up and down. And if that's too much, alternate your heels one at a time. Just four more like that. 3, 2, 1. Let's step it over to the left for our curtsy, down and up, and hold it right here. Just rep that one out on this side. Bend as low as you can through the knees. Two more. Last one, plie squat in between and switch sides. 6 of these right here. Chest is tall, abs in tight. Remember to breathe. 2 more. Last one. All right, our next move is a lateral lunge with a little bit of balance, so do your best on this. Let's step it out to the left side, nice and wide, hips drive back, then we lift the knee. Let's repeat that. So I want you to make this as smooth and controlled as you can. The hips are pressing back, and then we're really driving that knee high. 2 more. Keep breathing. Let's see if we can hold this balance here. You're gonna kick the leg and bend. If you need to hold something, go ahead. If you need to make this lower to the floor, you can do that too. 2 more. Last one, straighten that leg and hold it. Tiny pulses with that straight leg toward the ceiling. 2 more times, you're almost there. And lower that leg down. Good work. We're gonna do it on the other side this time. All right, so we're gonna step out with the right leg. When you're ready, nice and wide, drive the hips back and lift the knee. Remember that that knee raised right here can be a tap if you need it to be, a tap on the floor. Work through your own range of motion here. Remember to breathe. Exhale to drive it up. 2 more. Let's get ready to hold that balance right here. Extend the leg and bend. It helps you to, on your balance, to keep the abs in tight and to find a focal point in front of you. One more time, straighten that leg and tiny kicks to the ceiling with as straight of a leg as you can. 4, 3, 2, last one, lower that straight leg down. We're getting ready now for a reverse lunge. Now watch this one. We're gonna step back on one leg, and when we come forward, we're gonna curl the heel in. So reverse lunge and a curl to stand. We want a nice wide step back on that lunge so that your knees are always in line with the ankles and not going past the toes. 4 more. Here's 3. Keep breathing. Last one. And then let's get ready to switch it over to the other side. Opposite leg steps back and curl. Good, make sure you're breathing there. We have just 4 more after this one. Big step back. Here's 2. Last one, and release it down. All right, now you're ready to come down to your mat. All right, now that you're down on your mat, go ahead and lie down on your back. We want our feet flat to the floor and our knees bent. We want to walk those heels in close to the butt, bring your arms down to your side, and I want you to try to listen to my cues as much as possible instead of turning your head for these exercises. So we want our neck nice and neutral for bridges. We're going to press our weight into our heels and our shoulder blades. Exhale, lift your hips high to the ceiling. Inhale, lower the hips back down. So we want to make sure that neck is neutral, so we're avoiding any kind of neck injury by turning and facing toward the screen here. So just work up and down at your own pace. We're going to do about 4 more like this. Coming up, we have a single leg variation of this move, and if that's too challenging for you, I want you to continue these bridges with both feet down on the floor like we're doing right now. Last one up, and lower it down. Now I'm going to take my right leg, cross the ankle over at the left knee, and take the knee wide. Bridging again. Exhale, lift, and inhale, lower. Let's try a few here. Make sure your weight is pressed into your arms and your shoulder blades, not into the head or the neck. If you can add a little more challenge, I want you to just uncross that foot and bring it to a tabletop position. Still a single leg bridge that's more challenging than if both feet were on the floor. The most advanced option, if you want more, is to extend that leg straight up to the ceiling and continue that bridge up and down, squeezing the glutes to lift and inhaling to lower. Let's try 2 more. Last one. Now from here, with a bent or straight leg, we're going to inhale, lower the leg toward the floor, exhale, lift it up. So you can do this just by holding if moving that leg is too challenging. You can hold your bridge up and you're still getting a great workout. 4 more here. Inhale and exhale, lift. Here's 3, and up. 2, keep those hips high. Last one. Then just bend your knee, take your feet back down to the floor, lower your bridge down. We're gonna do it on the other side now. Left foot's gonna cross over at the knee, press your weight into your heel and your arms, take a breath, exhale, bridge up, and inhale, lower the hips. Continue that movement up and down. Make sure you're breathing here and avoid turning the neck or pressing too much weight into the head or the neck here. Balance it out through the rest of the body that's touching the floor. If you can, uncross that leg and move it to a tabletop position. That's just the knee in line with the hip and the shin parallel to the floor. Try to keep squeezing those glutes and lifting your hips as high as you can. Last challenge is to try to straighten your leg. And it doesn't have to be perfectly straight, but we want the knee or the ankle about in line with the hip bone. How about 3 more there, getting ready to lift and lower that leg. One more time, bridge up as high as you can and hold it. Now we'll lower the leg down toward the floor and back up, working through your own range. You don't have to touch the floor on this. And if you need to bend the knee and tap your toes toward the floor, that's okay too. How about 4 more, squeeze those hips high. Inhale, lower, exhale, lift. 2 more, down and up. Last one. All the way up, bend the knee, place your foot down to the floor, and lower your hips back down. Let's finish with a few stretches. Hug your knees into your chest, lengthen out through that back. From here, we'll take our right leg straight down to the floor, and then lengthen our left leg while we grab behind the leg, not behind the knee, either the shin or the thigh. Hug it in slightly toward you till you feel that stretch down the back of the leg. Make sure you're breathing here. We're going to then bend the knee back into the chest and pull it across the body. And here you can turn and look out over that shoulder. It's okay that your hip lifts on this move, but just make sure you're working through a comfortable range of motion. And then onto your back again. Bring the right knee into the chest with the left knee, and we'll switch. Left leg lengthens all the way down to the mat. Then we lengthen our right leg. It's okay to keep it a little bent there, but just don't grab directly behind the knee. Hug that leg in toward your chest. Remember to breathe. Shoulders are down. Good. Knee back into your chest. Pull it across the body with the opposite hand. And then look out over the opposite shoulder. Make sure you're breathing there. This is our final stretch. Enjoy it. 1 more deep breath. And roll onto your back. Let's hug both knees in. And you are ready to roll or rock your way up to have a seat on the mat. Great job with your lower body workout. For more fitness ideas, visit sparkpeople.com.